On today's episode of This Old Pond, we're gonna talk about a lot of different things. So this backyard pond that was here existing when they bought the house, it is exactly what most people think of when you say koi pond or backyard pond to them. They imagine those old plastic preformed tubs that you can buy at the big box stores, some sort of pump that just sits on the bottom with a little tiny tube that goes up to a rock and recirculates the water, creates a waterfall. There's a lot of issues with this type of system. This is a super common DIY type backyard pond. A lot of landscape companies who say they do ponds, this is kind of the product they install when they sell something like that. We've got this cast iron old style pump that literally sat down on the bottom of this pond for years and years and years. And you can see it's retrofitted with some garden hose, and there's some weird black tubing and this clear box store vinyl tubing. And if you take a look in the pond, you're gonna see tons and tons of sludge, decomposing leaves, acorns, mulch, just putrid, disgusting debris. All of that stuff has been collecting in this pond for a very long time. It happens seasonally. No matter what, there's stuff that's gonna fall in the pond, and if you don't remove it, it's gonna sink to the bottom and start to decompose. The reason that's collecting like that is because the pump sits down in the bottom. What you really wanna have is a skimmer box that houses your pump. It keeps the pump off the bottom of the pond, but most importantly, it creates a surface draw. So anything that falls into that pond, whether it's grass clippings, mulch, leaves, it's gonna fall in the water, and before it gets waterlogged and sinks, it's gonna follow the current into that skimmer box and be collected by a basket and a filter mat. So you can easily remove that debris before it has a chance to sink to the bottom and start to decompose. This is gonna make a tremendous impact on your water quality, the clarity, your fish health, the overall health of the entire ecosystem. So that's the proper way to do it. It's not how everyone can have their pond set up, but if you're starting from scratch or you're doing a total renovation like this customer is, you want to have something like that, a skimmer, an intake base, something like that, that will protect the pump and create that surface draw to collect all that debris so you can remove it. Well, that was one heck of a day. This one-day project is turning into a two-day project because we literally hit all kinds of junk in the ground. Massive roots, massive boulders. We had to cut rock, we had to break rock with sledgehammers. It's been crazy. For such a small water feature, there sure is a lot of stuff buried in the ground that's in our way. So most of the day was just excavation. We were able to get the pond all carved out. We've got our protective rock fabric in there. We've got our skimmer in place. Our plumbing is buried. We've got our biological waterfall filter in place. So we've got this super old oak tree here in that upper area where we're intending to put the waterfall, where the original waterfall was, is all massive boulders and tons of roots for that oak, and we don't want to hurt that tree. Despite all the different areas we tried, we just couldn't make a hole big enough to disguise our biological waterfall filter. So we bumped that down to a lower section. We built some retaining walls to blend that all in and keep that from becoming an erosion issue. And now we're working on another retaining wall to just blend the rest of the landscape together and create a beautiful start to this water feature. Lots of obstacles, but that's New England. You never know what you're gonna find under the ground. We could dig over here and hit ledge, move 10 feet this way, and there'd be nothing for 20 feet down. You just never know. Par for the course for what we do. We're just rolling with the punches. So tomorrow, hopefully we get our liner in place and start rocking this thing out, and maybe tomorrow we'll be done. Fingers crossed.